Hello again. Well, it's a good day, and I believe every day we wake up is a good day. But unfortunately, I was listening to a program on television a few days ago, and something struck me close to my heart. It was actually a news article that was being run on television. And I was listening to people, how they was talking about the coronavirus have them confined in their homes, how they feel secluded from everyone, and they were talking about depression. But one thing that really got to me is when I heard a young lady said that her 3-year-old was depressed because she couldn't go to the beach. Now, I can't understand that. A 3-year-old being depressed. Other people talking about they can't get out, and it's depression and frustration. Well, if you notice, I am blind, and I'm totally blind. And there are many others that's like me. And there are people that has low vision as well. Now, I've been living like this for the past 9 years. And just because Corona has been out for a short time and depression has set in on people, and I've been like this for 9 years, how would you like to try to live and walk in my shoes for a while? The funny thing is that I didn't have the opportunity, as I stated in one of my earlier videos, that I had the opportunity to go blind gradually. I went blind all of a sudden within 4 hours. Not one time have I been depressed about being blind. And people let a little thing like Corona depress them for staying in the house. Well, the fact is that you have this virus. There is no inoculation for that. There is no shot for it. There is no cure for it. And we really don't know what's going on with it because there are so many other things that they are really just discovering about this thing. So you have to give it time and let it run its course. Most of us realize that we do need to get the economy started back. But unfortunately, if you start the economy back before it's time, you release people from their home before it's time, this thing is going to persist. It's going to start running up to a high point once again. Then you're going to start having people dying in a vast amount. You know, you don't want that to happen, but you're complaining about being stressed out and you're complaining about being depressed. Some of us have lived like this for 20 years. What about the ones that have lived like this all of their lives? We never asked to go blind. The fact is that things occur to where we do go blind. There are some people that goes blind because they were prematurely born and too much oxygen got to their brain while they were in the hospital. True fact. So you come up with something like the coronavirus that's really getting you down. You really haven't lived then, because here we are living with blindness and the corona, and we having to live with the people out there that has sight, because half of you don't even know how to take care of yourself, and someone has to tell you how to take care of yourself. Don't do this, don't do that. Do you realize that common sense should take over? Do you realize that you should have common sense not to do certain things? If they tell you it's like the flu, then you almost have to react in such a way that you have the flu. You have to stop doing certain things. You have to stop getting upset with your officials. You should be getting upset with your officials when they let you out early. When you want to go back out there and start doing things. Now, our beaches have opened up already in one area. How dare I let my kids go to a beach and we still had this coronavirus going about? But yet and still you're sheltering in place. Now that don't make any sense to me. That's one thing that infuriates me. And that's why I am making this video. Because I want this to get out to let everyone know that you have to get to a point in your heart and in your mind and set yourself right and start thinking clearly. Forget about these other things and try to get healed. I don't mean to be negative. I'm not trying to sound negative to people. I'm not trying to put anyone down. But the fact is, you need to know how we live. And most people that have sight don't take the time out to try to find out how blind people live. We live in such a way to where everything has to be calculated. We calculate our moods from morning until the time we go to bed at night. There are certain things we can do and there are certain things that we can't do. But we do not want to be surrounded by negative stuff and depression because we have enough to think about being blind. And by being totally blind, that's all we have to think about is how to get through our day. But with people with low vision, they have more to think about. They think about more stuff than you can possibly imagine. Because there are some wondering when are they going to go blind. Some wondering if they are going to go blind. Some wondering what's going to happen when they do go blind. Okay? So you got your sight. You never let that cross your mind. But I tell you one thing. If one day you just happen to put on a blindfold and start walking around in darkness, you will see what we have to deal with every day. You will have the opportunity to take that blindfold off your eyes, but we don't have that opportunity. We are constantly like this, day after day after day. And we have to renegotiate our time and our efforts sometimes because things changes for us just like it changed for you. Don't think that it don't. Okay? So, I don't want to keep talking about this corona stuff. I don't want to keep talking about my blindness in such a way. But I do not like or appreciate when people are sitting out there that have full sight talking about I am depressed about something and they're not living like I am. Until you live like I do, don't say that this coronavirus is really depressing you. Because I can get depressed by being blind and corona and don't even exist anymore. But as long as I have breath in my body, every time I wake up in the morning, I will constantly live to the best of my ability. I will try not to ever get depressed. I will try not to ever be frustrated or try not to ever have anxiety or anything of that nature and live a positive life. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Send me a message or something that is something you'd like for me to talk about. There are a few other topics I'm going to be talking about coming up here real soon. As I always say, keep your faith in God, trust in yourself, keep your heart and your mind right, and you'll get there. See you later.